cameo, right?
We're gonna do a song that you never heard before. The volume. Here they come and get wicked. Here we go again.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join Charlie Venus and Ace Kennedy for all your entertainment needs. Tune in each week as they give their take on all your favorite topics. Don't be clueless. Watch the Slash Brothers podcast. Peace and God bless you.
Ace Kennedy, bro. What we doing, Ace?
Bro,
What we doing, Ace?
hey, I'm trying. Hey, I can't call it, bro. That was pretty special.
Cut the check.
Hey, that was pretty special, bro.
Cut the check.
Yo,
Hold on. Run that back one more time for me, please.
Yeah,
Can we run that back one more time? Can we run that back one more time?
I got you. All right, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join Charlie Venus and Ace Kennedy for all your entertainment needs. Tune in each week as they give their take on all your favorite topics. Don't be clueless. Watch the Slash Brothers podcast. Peace and God bless you.
Ace Kennedy, my brother from another mother. It's Friday, bro. What is good, bro?
Yeah, what's good, man? Yo, I can't even believe that, bro.
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Good, bro. This is my season, bro.
Yeah, I see we on that Just Do It vibe.
Hey, listen, you know, it's funny though. I almost wore the exact same shirt instead of this one, though. So I'm talking about literally, though, bro.
Yeah, that's how fly that shirt is, man. I like it a lot.
Hey, man, listen here, man. We got some things to get into there, Ace Kennedy. First of all, let's get the music going. I almost forgot about that. Let's get that music going. We got all kind of intros now, bro. Hold on. Okay.
The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. It doesn't matter what your name is. The Slash Brothers Podcast. The greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast. The greatest podcast of all time.
Ooh, Ace Kennedy, my brother from another mother. Not me.
What up?
Hey, man, let's get right into that business here, man.
Hold on, wait. Let's get on this boy. Why he gotta hate, bro?
Oh my gosh, though.
He gotta hate. He started off.
God.
This boy right here.
I was gonna put that as one of the best things I've seen all week, by the way. You give me what's the best thing you've seen, my brother?
The best thing that I've seen all week is that I seen the word rap on my music video. I seen rap. So I that was the best thing that I saw all week. We filmed the other scene yesterday. So super dope. Katera brought it as always. And I had a special things jumping off in the video. So I cannot wait to get this thing edited so I can get that out. So now I just to see the word rap, it's a rap. So that was
nice.
Was yeah,
nice, bro. So I got a couple things.
What's up?
So couple things, bro. First and foremost, I'm not gonna say your boy 45, but 45 has been out here demanding a recount. I was exceptionally happy to see that they've reconfirmed Jovante Biden's win in Georgia. So this is the second time that I get to celebrate that my state is a blue state. So let me go ahead and give my peoples a round of applause for that, please. Give my peoples a round of applause for that. Ace Kennedy, my brother from another mother.
What's up?
Probably number one. Now I'm sure maybe I'm forgetting something right now. Megan Thee Stallion.
Mm-hmm.
The Texas Treasure, who should be protected at all times and by all costs. Drop some new music though, bro.
She did.
I saw the video Body, and that probably is the best thing I've seen this week, bro. Tell me you've seen the video.
Have not seen the video, but I did.
Oh my God.
I listened to about 3 or 4 of the tracks off the album, bro.
I have not listened to. I've listened. So I'm like you. I've listened to maybe 3 or 4, 5 songs on the album. It's what I was expecting, right? So I'm glad I don't hear her so far. I don't hear her singing on the tracks. I hear her going in. Now listen, what I like about Body is that it's giving me that WAP feel, bro. Like not just the video side of it, but just I heard the song before I saw the video. And the same way I was like, yo, WAP is out of here, bro. I'm kind of getting that feel for Body on how catchy it is. And the thing that I'm tripped out on is when you see the video to accompany it.
Yeah.
Bruh.
So you're digging it. I'm gonna have to check it out, man. I'm gonna have to check it out. I like her album cover, and I was listening to it on Tidal, and Tidal has a new feature. Of course, you being an artist on Tidal, you probably got the same email that they got those floating videos now that you can have as your title cover. So she had one of the floating title covers, so I thought that was dope, and yeah, very nice cover to look at. So
let me tell you this, surprising to me. Very much surprising to me, the cameos in the video.
Yeah, I had to
Taraji P is on here with these buns out. I'm talking about.
Well, you know,
nothing subtle about having these cakes out, bro. These buns is out here.
Yeah, but you got to understand, Cookie is freshly single, so
she is single. Listen, bro. Listen here, Ace Kennedy. Taraji is just turning 50, I think. She just turned 50 recently.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Ace Kennedy. I remember seeing that she had just recently broke up with a dude that I thought she was engaged to or something. Yeah. But I saw her posting some pictures of her on a yacht, birthday pictures, had them buns all the way out. Bro, and I was like, whoa, Taraji, what this what we doing for 50 then, huh? Like,
bro, you know how it go. Number one is 50, so she still got to show everybody that she still got it.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, this is also, it's that they get them dressed, hey, to let them know.
Listen, bro, he's got to be he got to be on that jack already calling her back. Listen, Ace Kennedy, when you see Taraji in this particular video, like I've seen her in, looking good in pictures and everything like that. This one, next level though, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. And the fact that she's, 50, it's mighty impressive. But
yeah,
it also tells me though, bro, like it confirms to me though, levels, right? Levels. You know how you and I we be talking, and we'll talk about. Oh, yeah, there's superstar conversations. There's all-star conversations. And what I tell you about things that matter to me is when you try to be in the GOAT conversations, right? Little things matter to me on how you win your championship GOAT. When it comes to when guys have conversations about looks, and you have the barbershop talk, very much similar to what we do on here.
Right.
We talk about, hey, who is the hottest on this? Who is the hottest that? Who got best body this? Listen, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you though, man. Oh, look at this dude. Look at that. If she 50 now, when was this? She was like in her 30s, right?
This is back in 09. So she was, yeah.
So listen, Ace Kid, I say that to say this though, bro. I think that to me, the one thing that I can appreciate, not just because Megan Thee Stallion is from Texas, but I think that what I appreciate is that it showed me clearly that there is levels, right? And so I think the thing that gets me is that I don't know, like I've never fished into like is Megan Thee. I think everything on her is natural, right? Yeah. And I don't know that for sure. I presume that they are, you know what I'm saying? And that is the level to me, right? Because I think that the thing that gets me is that, you know, I think Cardi, you know, there are girls who have dope bodies and everything like that. But Cardi's never made it any secret that, you know what I'm saying, that she has implants and everything like that. But I think that what I believe to be interesting, though, bro, is that this video to me showed that there are levels. And I think that all the things that you see that these girls are trying to do with their bodies, it's what Megan actually has, though, bro. So when you see the video, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I think that the thing that's just very interesting to me the most is the fact that I get that feel. I get that catchy hook feel. Like I can totally see why they chose this song. I can totally see why there's a video for this song. Video looks dope. Everything about it perfectly done, though, bro.
No, I'm glad that you said that because it is one of those things, especially when you and I hear that, yo, this is that one, or this is that one, it's about to go. That makes me excited because my thing is I'm always rooting for any artist to do well, even if it's an artist that that is not for me. Anybody that's putting together any body of work, I respect because I know how hard that stuff is. And, you know, sometimes to be creative when you're going through stuff. So I'm just super excited for her. You know, she's had some label issues in the past and going through legal stuff. So the fact that she was able to put this body of work together, I'm sure she's excited and coming off some trauma. You know, this is just great news all the way around, especially coming right into the holiday season, you know, to get that album out during the last quarter and not worried about that first quarter release. Cause I think like Drake is supposed to drop, you know, so it's the fact. I mean, but the thing is she came out with some heavyweights though. Cause I mean, you got to look, Jeezy just dropped the album right after the versus battle. So he's been, you know, doing stuff.
Recession 2. We're going to get into that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's crazy, but I'm glad that she, you know, as a strong, positive female artist that she's able to drop in this landscape. I'm happy for her.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I like I said, it was what and this is gonna sound crazy, and I don't want to make it seem like that I'm not for artists growing, right? But for Megan Thee Stallion, let me tell you, this is the one thing I did enjoy about the song.
Yeah,
her cadence is different. Remember the last time we were talking about her, and I said she kind of has this fast flow cadence. This one was a little different cadence on there, and I like that because, you know, it's a dope song. It's one of the ratchet twerk songs, right? But I think that she's rapping it differently, and I appreciate that though, man.
Yeah,
it's dope. But listen, Taraji though, I was just surprised that she on here with this. What she out here with these cakes out though, bro. And I'm thinking like, hey, homeboy got to be on her jack like ASAP. Like, listen, man, I made a mistake.
Mm-hmm. That's how it be.
Hey, in light of that, since we're talking about, we could put this on out there right away. So Megan Thee Stallion dropped new music. Torey Lanez came out and said he pled not guilty though, bro. What we gonna do about this?
Nothing. Go to trial. I mean, we knew that's where it was going anyway. What else was you expecting him to say? Now, of course, he swear up and down that there is some, you know, information that is not true with what's going on. And obviously he can't necessarily talk about it freely because it is still in, you know, limbo legally. But right. TMZ report that came out that basically said that he's denying the fact that Megan said that he tried to give hush money to her and her friend. So, you know, again, it's one of those things. I personally, I really, it doesn't bother me because I want to see what the paperwork say. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what comes out because it's just interesting because, like we said, from what we know, there's only a couple of people that was there in that scenario. So if that's the case, then, and then, Megan definitely wasn't holding back in her first track about what happened. Like she started the album out like, yo, this is what went down. And so the thing is that I until she's proven any otherwise, I gotta assume that she's telling me the truth. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. So
people from Texas don't lie. And Kim, Kim, appreciate you for checking in real quick. Mark, appreciate you for checking in as always, though. But yeah, you got to check out the video, though, man. Body is dope. And what, like I said, catchy hook, though, bro. So I was, though, not that I was surprised that he would say not guilty. I guess I was thinking, like, what if he said, like, no contest? I don't know if it's a speeding ticket or whatever. You could do no. I don't know, man. But made it more curious. He said I didn't do it, basically. So I gotta see what's up.
Mark, I personally don't think so, man. I mean, he may but at the same time, what else can he really address anymore outside of what he put in his first project? To me, this was Meg was kind of responding to him. And at this point, if he's not going to be able to totally say exactly what happened, then there's no point in him responding. At this point,
he's bouncing back. He brought back quarantine radio. He might be on to something.
But here's the thing. His team, if he has a good team, they're telling him, you done dropped the album. You said your piece. Now you got to get back in the public eye. You gotta win you have got to win the court of public opinion. That's what I
looked, and he was close to, when I saw that he did quarantine radio, I saw that he was about 500,000 people on there. So I'm starting to wonder now. I know that we were talking about
smoke screen, bro. That's a smoke screen.
You think?
Absolutely. Listen, and we're going to talk about this later, but I need this for the example, right? Because of the fact of all the smoke that Jeezy and them was doing prior to the verses, people tuned in to see what type of fireworks was going to happen. So the fact that Torey was going live, again, this is an opportunity to see what he's going to say. So a lot of people were logging on just to see if he was going to address it. And so that's the thing.
He's back at it, though. He's back at the normal quarantine radio, though. And I've checked him out 2 times now. And he's been at 500,000 at least both times, though, bro. So I'm just kind of wondering, though, man, right? Black people are forgiving, though. We've forgiven some people who's done some heinous things.
Yeah,
and we've forgiven them.
But at the same time, too, you got some people that never doubted him to begin with. It's almost like you got 45 supporters that don't believe the election is over. So it's that stuff doesn't, again, smoke screen. That doesn't say anything, bro. To me, it doesn't matter until that paperwork drops. And here's the thing: even when the paperwork drops, people are still gonna be like, nah, he got set up or whatever. So the thing is that all of that is a smoke screen. There's still people that still rock with R. Kelly. So
that is very true. I feel an ounce of shame of being able to admit that I'm one of those. I still love the Chocolate Factory, bro. I can't put it down.
No. See, you like R. Kelly. You don't like Robert. That's the difference.
I don't know Robert, but I love the R. Kelly music, man.
See, it's just like you like Dr. Huxtable. You don't like Bill Cosby.
Listen, bro. Listen, Cliff. I'm the dad that I am because of Cliff Huxtable, man. He was that. Cliff Huxtable was when I saw the Cosby Show. And I saw Cliff Huxtable. I was like, yo, that is the kind of dad that I had, right? He was it. And then I figured that any other things that I can gather from other people, the icing is on the cake. But he was it for me, though, bro. When I saw him, I thought he was a cool dad, though, bro.
That's the thing, bro. This is the thing, right? If we went back to all the celebrities of the past, and if they had social media, there would be a lot more people caught up. The thing is at the end of the day, we are all human and we all make mistakes. And if there was cameras in our face 24/7, there would be a lot of people that's out of here. So my thing is that when it comes to somebody that does art, I can respect their art and not necessarily respect them. Just like when I was in the military, I respected the rank that some people had, but I may not respected them. So it's the thing is that you can see two different sides of a coin.
I agree. One of these days we got to get this R. Kelly top 10 songs. And listen, and because to make it even more difficult, I think maybe even 5. I think that it would be harder to because you can come up with to weed out the R. Kelly song. Like I told you, bro, one of the best indicators of people's ability to appreciate R. Kelly still, I bring it up all the time, is with the Ox God, bro. Like when the Ox God has several categories specifically about the best R. Kelly songs, though, bro. So
here's my thing. As an R&B artist, I would not be the R&B artist that I am without R. Kelly, because when he did that era, I'm talking about number one, of course, Sequence wouldn't have been Sequence without R. Kelly.
Let me tell you, talk to me.
Yeah, but at the same token, the other thing too is that, especially when he got into that era when he was writing everybody's stuff like B2K and Immature and you know, all of those type of songs, that was the wave. And so
you know, it's funny though. I love bump, bump, bump. I'm not gonna lie. I like bump, bump, bump.
There was a bunch of songs he had wrote for that. I mean, that boy T. Scott was on the beats and Kells was writing it. It was like
I like bump, bump, bump a lot though, man. Listen, bro. Young Jeezy versus Gucci. Let's talk about it, bro.
Yeah,
we gotta talk about it. We got some things to talk about, though, bro. Ace Kennedy. I stood on the whole entire time. I log on. I hop on here about 8 o'clock, and I'm thinking, like, listen, man. Now you got some dudes from the hood on over here. It ain't gonna start. It is not gonna start at 8 o'clock. Ace Kennedy, I done went and took a whole shower. 8:15. Got freshened on up. Got a chance to get me a late night snack. They still ain't going. I'm back. I'm logging on. I'm on a laptop. I'm sitting here doing a little bit of side work. They still ain't got going. These boys can come on here almost a full hour, maybe hour and a half after the true start of this. I look on, bro, before they get started. It's a meal waiting. A million at the listen, bro. If that wasn't the most Atlanta thing I've seen in so long, because in Atlanta is known for holding the line. You fool around and you drive past a club and you think like, ding, that mug is lit. It might not be nobody inside the club, but they got a line all the way outside just because of the looks. It looks like it's packed. So you go ahead and be like, man, you go inside and it's basically all the people who just been waiting outside. A meal before it starts, it gets up to almost 2 million people. So Ace Kennedy, I'm watching it from the very beginning. And I got to be honest with you. I am watching because I want to see what is going to happen, right? No squads there. If something happens, it's going to be 101. Gucci Mane starts off with a song I've never heard before. And I'm thinking like, okay, you know, whatever. I don't know all of Gucci's catalog, right? But I'm listening to this song.
I don't know any of his catalog, so they're all.
Listen, I don't know this song. I've never heard this song. All I know is that he's talking about Jeezy right from the jump. These ain't subliminals. These ain't subs. Right off the cuff, he is sending straight headshots. And he is talking bad about Jeezy. And listen, part of me respected what he did, not how he did it, right? Because it wasn't the most sophisticated bars. It wasn't the most anything like that. What up, Carly Bug? Oh my girls, what is these girls? It's getting so big, it's ridiculous.
So they can see you in the camera. Look.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Look at these cuties right here.
These girls is getting so big, it's ridiculous.
Look. Yeah, that's
that's
exactly why I got my guns.
The only way I would be able to say no to either one of them is because you got 3, no 4. Yeah. If I had one of those, if I had just one, I'd never be able to say no to them.
Yeah. Thank y'all.
Oh
Girl.
my
Thank
gosh,
you.
though, man.
Yeah.
Ace Kennedy. Gucci comes out the gate and he is throwing. And I'm thinking he is trying to egg him on. He is trying. And after that looked more subtle. But he comes out the gate calling them all kind of bands. He is calling them all kind of fans. He's calling them all kind of whatever you want to call it. He is saying it though, bro. And I said, oh, damn, this is about to go sideways. It is about to go sideways in a hurry. And what made me think that more than anything, though, is Gucci didn't sit down the whole time. He stood up for like 2 hours, almost like, nah, I'm ready. If you try to run up, I am ready, though, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely sense the tension in the room. And I remember when I did actually get on and he did the other song, it had to be like halfway through. And then, Jeezy tried to respond by talking like, look, bro, and he, like, nah, I ain't letting you talk. I ain't letting you talk. That whole thing. And
that's later. That's later.
Yeah, it got real spicy. I'm just saying that
there was more. Huh? There was more than before. Okay, so that's where you saw it. And there was more.
I get that. I'm just getting to my point, bro. All I'm saying is, the thing is that while all of the smoke was intention was thick in the space, though, I did love Jeezy's response after the fact, like because he had his Breakfast Club interview the next morning, and they asked him like, "Yo, it was some thick shots, bro, and you didn't really do anything." And he said, "Listen, I'm grown." And the thing is that there has been a lot of stuff that's been popping off. Me and you just talked about, Mo 3 and King Von. Like, there's a whole bunch of death going on. And so the thing is that some of these young cats is looking up to the older cats. And so, like, bro, this is a beef that's been what, 20 years, 15 years, whatever the case may be. They need to see some resolution. And so the thing is, like Jeezy said, like, bro, why? Like, we got to figure this out. So the thing is that he said, for one, I've heard all of them songs before. So now you're not fixing to catch a response from me because I've heard those songs before. So he was like, nah, as a grown man, that invaded.
Listen, I never heard the first song. So I'm watching and I didn't hear none of this. But all I know is I'm hearing him tell Jeezy you a band, calling them fans, right? And then I'm thinking like, okay, dang, this boy coming out with headshots. First round. I don't think the song was that heavy. I thought that it was cool, but it's just the fact. Like, if you was a Gucci fan, right? You said, "Oh, that's my dog," and he coming out and he giving these headshots. Now, let me stop right there, right? Because the way that I've heard this story go, right, is that they've had their beef, and ultimately they say Jeezy sent somebody out to put these hits out, and Gucci kills his partner, right? So Gucci on the second round basically says, "Go dig your partner because I killed him, bro." And I'm just sitting here thinking like, what? Because here's my thing. I'm just saying that I know the kind of men that I roll with.
Right.
And if those people knew any of my other friends that are like family, and they heard them say that, then I can see my dudes jumping off on something like that, right? It's like this. A perfect example is like this, right? Me and Damien are like brothers. Me and you are brothers, right? If Damien heard someone speaking about you and because me and you are like that, and while you and him might not be like that, it's an extension, right? So whatever he would think I would or want to do, he'd just do it. So if it's just taken off, he's not the kind of person, this is what I love about him. He's not the kind of person where, you have somebody and they sit here telling you like, "Yo, Charlie, I was with so-and-so, man, and they was just talking this, that, and about you. He said this, blah, 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 blah about you." And the whole time, if that happened, I'm waiting for you to say, well, What did you say then? What did you do after he said it? It starts with I stole on. So I can see that going so many different ways. But my point. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I understand everything that you're saying, and I agree with that. But I also think that that was the thing that Jeezy probably briefed his people ahead of time. Like, listen, this could go left until I give you the word. We not doing nothing. The thing is that Jeezy was prepared for things to pop off, but he also came with the agenda of, listen, I've got to be, this is bigger than us. He kept repeating that this is bigger than us. There are people watching. And so the whole world is watching. We can either give them what they want by scrapping, but at the end of the day, where is that going to leave us? And the thing was, we saw after it was over, we seen how many people were actually in there. It's just like, man, that could have been real ugly, real quick. Like, I'm just saying, I tell you all the time, bro, like when you get to a certain point, when you getting grown, like certain things got to fall back, bro. When I get older, you got to put away childish things. And don't get me wrong. I don't think that situation is a childish thing. It's something they definitely need to address, but that's something that they need to discuss. 20 years.
Ace Kennedy, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't agree with you at all on that. And shout out to the homeboy LeBron. Check Mr. Till. Holla at your boy, man. Listen, the reason why I disagree with you on that is that Ace Kennedy, we can agree to disagree about Paul George, right? Mm-hmm. We can agree to disagree about how if you thought LeBron or if I thought LeBron is the GOAT, we can disagree about, I can disagree with the Cowboy fan because they've been trashed for 25 years. If you want to hang on your old rings, that's fine. We can agree to disagree. But one thing that you and I could never disagree or agree to disagree, or for me to just have a handshake and walk off, is you actually sent someone to attempt to kill me. And in return, you basically forced my hand and I had to kill your man. And so now, right, because you sent him my way, now I got this grievance with a family that I wouldn't have had any otherwise. And while that was 15 years ago, 30 years ago, I can't, even if I had to kill someone, I can't get over the fact that you forced my hand, but not just that. It was your idea. So I feel like ultimately, right, I think I more agree with Gucci's side, if that's indeed the truth. I more so side with Gucci in terms of the actual battle and the musician. I think that Jeezy is clearly better to me, but I just agree with the premise of overall of Gucci on why he would feel the way he do toward Jeezy.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying though, bro. If that's really the case, then y'all don't need to do a versus. Then y'all need to do whatever y'all gonna do. Y'all need
that was Gucci's point. That was Gucci's point.
But he agreed to doing it. That's what I'm saying. So the thing is that the thing is this, they initially asked him, did he want to do the verses? He declined. So the thing is that it came back up. That's why Jeezy already had a new opponent in T.I. So the thing was that he had to agree to do it. So if you're agreeing to do it and you know that verses is supposed to be a celebration of two artists, then that's something that he came to terms with. So I don't have any sympathy.
I agree. I can see that. I can see that. But here's my thing. I can also see, even if we had that little because you can't listen, bro. Like I just don't know how you can just laugh that off, right? It ain't like Mandalorian, right? When the boy Apollo was trying to kill the Mando, now they out on missions together. Like it ain't that.
It's not, but this is what I'm saying though, Charlie. If that was really, if they still had unaddressed things that they need to address online and in front of all those people was not the place to do it. So my thing is, I understand that because like one of the stipulations was like, listen, I told you I'm gonna keep it all the way street. I'm doing all the records I want to do. So I'm coming with all the heat or whatever. But obviously they had to have some communication because they knew they was doing Icy together at the end. So the thing is, it's like, all I'm saying was, if it was still that big of a thing, then that something should have gotten addressed prior to. That's the only thing.
Listen, I knew that it was gonna be some smoke once Gucci came out there and said, "Hell nah, this the Gucci show." Listen, Gucci said, my outfit costs. He said, man, y'all come appraise my outfit. My outfit costs over $10,000. Look at my opponents. Like I was literally in tears when I saw that, bro.
It's funny because he had that pre-video where he was running down the hill and he said, listen, man, if your boy come out there with that hat, I ain't doing it. But I'm gonna put you on the spot, Charlie.
I ain't doing it.
I'm putting you on the spot. We ain't talk about this in pre-production. This is straight off the dome. All right.
What's up? I'm a freestyle king.
So they hit you up. Charlie Venus, you just dropped the Bel Air 2 on Spotify, on Tidal, and finally Apple Music.
Finally on Apple Music, though, man.
And you've also dropped the Bel Air 1.
Dropped the Bel Air 1 on Tidal, Spotify, and on Apple Music.
From another mother. You've also written some classic hits off Slipping Away.
Bars.
You got all this music, Charlie, but we got something for you. Timberland and Swiss hit you up and say, Charlie Venus, we want you to do a versus battle versus that boy Spark Dog. What you gonna do?
So I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 because there are I'm not gonna say that what we have is the same. Like at the end of the day, yes, I'm doing it, right? At the end of the day, I'm doing it. But I think that the difference though is that the difference is Gucci Mane, Young Jeezy were just a couple of artists who met through music, and they were just, it seems like they just had the competitive things, whatever their issue is, their beef.
I understand that.
Because let me tell you.
All right, I'm sorry.
For me and Spark, I don't have any malice toward him whatsoever and haven't in years. I think that it's very interesting that our paths have never crossed, and me and him fell out over something that I think was very petty, probably as longer than Gucci and them, probably. And I think that for me, I've literally gotten over that. And to be quite honest with you, though, man, it's one of those things to where I would absolutely love to just have that conversation. And the only reason why I say that is outside of just that part and everything like that. Like, if for anybody who knows me, they would know me and Spark was me and you before me and you, right? It was me and him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that to be quite honest with you though, bro, our reasoning for our reasoning for why we fell out is a difference in perspectives, really. And I think that, and I just think that very much like Gucci and Jeezy, Gucci's like, now my perspective is that you sent the shooter at me and I had to kill your man. And then while we didn't get to that point, I think that he might tell someone and he might say, no, this is what happened.
That's what I'm saying.
And I might, and you know what? If he says this is what happened, right? Don't nobody lie on me, right? Like nobody tells lies, right?
But Charlie,
about me.
Thing, bro. He got 3 tracks that he done wrote about you that he pull it out in the verses. So when he pull out these bars, What you gonna do? You gonna be the bigger man? What you gonna do?
I'm gonna be honest with you though, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. There is nothing. There is nothing, and this is gonna. I don't want to sound like I'm super high on myself or full of myself or whatever, though, right? But I think that there's nothing that someone can say about me on a record or in life, right? That's a lie, right? So if he got on here and he told his perspective, and it was, let's say if he pulled out all these, if anybody for that matter, right, had these songs where they said, oh, Charlie, you were this, Charlie, you were that, Charlie, you were this. And then it's like, I can let anybody who knows me hear it, and I don't have to say anything. Anybody who knows me will co-sign because, like I said, people don't lie. Listen, so Kim, this is funny because I have heard that before. I have heard that, but I was trying not to say that, by the way. I was really trying not to say that, to say that, but I have heard that, right? And the funny thing about it is that when I heard that from someone who knows me to where they know him. And when they heard it, I didn't even have to be there to have them slide and say, nah, this is
Here's the thing.
Trash.
See,
so
I brought this up, and yes, we didn't talk about this. We do this to each other,
right?
But at the same time, the point is the fact, like you said, it wouldn't phase you at one bit, whatever he's going to say. The thing is, that's the way Jeezy feels to this point now. That's what I'm trying to get to.
I understand that though, right?
And
but I guess,
and you said the perspective of Gucci is different. Like, nah, you owe me 5 minutes at least. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
and that's why. So this is the thing about it. So, and this is the thing, because Kim brought it up, right? Because Kim, shout out to Kim over here who's stirring that pot over there, because Kim knows more. Kim knows a lot, though, bro. And listen, Kim probably knows more or have heard more about that than I have, right? But it's perspective, right? But here's the thing that's kind of funny, is that I think that the difference is, though, bro, is that I understand it's hard for me it would be on as an outsider looking in, right, on the Jeezy Gucci thing. If you sent somebody to come kill me, and now you say, yeah, but I'm kind of over that, I'm ready to get past that. It's like, nah, I can't. But to that point, though, I think that the part that I think is interesting, though, that about with me and Spark in particular, right, is that it's amazing to me that I heard that he had did a song or did some songs. Kim said he wrote songs with an S. I've only heard of one, but I think that what's interesting is that when I heard about the one song that I was aware of, right? By the time I heard this song, I never heard it, but when I heard of it, I believe that he literally lived like 3 buildings away from me in my apartment complex. So it's like, if I heard it, I couldn't take it serious like that, because if you felt that strongly, then we were 3 buildings away from each other. And not just that, even if I fell out with him in particular, anybody else, it could be different. I would never be the one to start something like that with him, right? And somebody else, it might be different, but with him, it was just different, though, bro. So
yeah, it was just like I said, it was just.
It's a good question, but I can see how that parallels. I can see that though. But listen, I think that the interesting thing about hold on, I gotta see this. No, I was asking, I don't know. I've been blocked on every platform. I'm embarrassed. Oh my God. Oh. Damn. No way. I'm inclined to believe, right, that, and we can because I want to get more into this Gucci.
Yeah.
But just for this though, I think that when that whole thing with me and him, when we fell out, there was a point where it just deaded for me, and then that was it. So I wasn't checking for it. Nobody just slipped something on over to me, and that's what I said. At that point, we had a situation where I said what I had to say, right? And then after that, I haven't seen him literally, bro, in maybe Ace. I've been out in Atlanta since 2001. He moved out here like 2002. And I think that he lived with me for 6-7 months. So probably since maybe 2003. So what's that? 17 years though, man. Listen, to be quite honest with you though, bro, I've never fell out with anybody in my entire lifetime. And that's why if you listen to the Bel Air 2 live from 1999, there's a song, Thinking About Myself. And on the last verse, I mentioned that because the truth of the matter is, I've never fell out with anybody. And so for me to have fell out with him of all people, someone who was literally, Ace is my brother. Literally, that blood wouldn't make you more of a brother to me. Well,
I wasn't the original.
Yeah, he wasn't the original, right? He was that before me and you were like that, right?
Right, because it was you and Jamel, and it was you and
yes, yeah. We was all squad, right? We was all squad. But I think that as you and I got older, that's when me and you got closer. Well, me and him was that from a jump. And so I think that that's the part to me that's the most embarrassing of it. Like, I think that for me, it's embarrassing to me that I fell out with someone who was like that and haven't said anything all this time though, man. And that's the part where, I don't know. I see where Jeezy would say, I'm going to be the bigger person, but I feel like Jeezy is taking that position because he was the one who fueled that. Whereas Gucci was the responder to it. So for me, it was a little different because I don't think that I was necessarily at fault, but his perspective, but that's my perspective of it though, right? So yeah, so interesting though, man. But listen,
that aside though, who won, bro?
I listen, I thought that, to be quite honest with you, man, I don't know all of Gucci's. Gucci has like 50 mixtapes though, bro. So I don't know all of his stuff. I know the big Gucci songs, and I think that if I was giving them by rounds, man, I think that Jeezy must have had maybe 14. It was like 14-6. It was because I'm not, like I said, I'm admittedly biased, but Doc, I thought, let me see something, bro. Let's say if you give it a tie, if So Icy didn't count, right? If So Icy didn't count, I think the songs that Jeezy 14-6, bro. I thought that this is one thing it told me though, bro. It told me that it's a difference to me where I think that Gucci is a rapper and I think that Jeezy tries to be an MC. And it's a little different to me. When I was listening to some of Gucci stuff, like I was just tripped out on how basic his rap delivery is. It's very basic. It's not complex and everything like that though, man. And I don't know, man. I just personally enjoy Jeezy's music more though, bro. But Jeezy won, and I would say maybe 14-6, bro.
Now, I will say from the little bit that I saw, because obviously all of the songs that I heard from Gucci was new.
You just getting introduced to that man. So you've never heard I drink till I smoke till the one with Bruno Mars.
No, bro, there has never been a time in my life that I have ever said, I want to hear that Gucci man. I have never in my life.
You heard. So we don't want no problems. Okay, what's a goon to a goblin? And dog, that was on the Wayne verse. I don't know. I can't believe you've never heard a Gucci Mane song.
Never heard, not in my life, bro.
Let me tell you the one thing I do find interesting, right? I think that clearly Gucci Mane has the ear for talent because he's put on a lot of people who's gone on to have great success. I mean, he's put on platinum artists after him. I mean, he's put on Waka, who I personally like Waka Flocka. I actually like Waka Flocka more than I like Gucci Mane, even though Waka says to himself that I was a whack rapper, right? But I like him better than Gucci. I like his production. And Waka goes on to put on 808 Mafia, who then goes on to collab and do all these other songs with Drake and everything like that. So that tree of him signing Nicki, signing Young Thug. I mean, he's got it with those people early. I just find it interesting that he's also had some kind of riff or beef with all of those people at some point, though, man.
Yeah. Well, here's my thing. I did think that Gucci's performance was better than Jeezy. Like, I respected the fact that he knew most of his lyrics. Like, I thought the interaction between him and his DJ was better. I did like Jeezy's setups. Like, he had something to say, and then the beat dropped.
Music drop, yeah.
I thought that was cool, but I'm just saying it did. I was a little disappointed that Jeezy didn't perform a little bit more. That was my take. But I mean, ultimately, I still think Jeezy won, but it is unfair because this is the first time that I'm hearing this music. So it's just like,
but there's something to say about that, though, right? Because I say this because I brought up this the last time about their beef, and I kind of compare their beef to, let's say Mo3 Yellow Beezy, right? It just seems like to me that there became an issue once one of them became bigger, became more nationally, right? And maybe that's when I started to hear, like, if you think about it, if their beefing was 15 years ago, 15 years ago was 2005. This was when Trap or Die, like right around the time Trap or Die was first coming on now. And I remember hearing Jeezy on So Icy before I heard the Trap or Die. I heard Trap or Die the mixtape, but the album was one thing. But it feels like their beef kind of started when Jeezy started to took off. I say that to say that, and when I thought about the Yellow Beezy, because it felt like, when I got wind of Yellow Beezy music, it was radio out. It made radio out here, and I've never heard Mo3 on the radio out here. But with that being said, though, bro, I think that it's interesting though that you've never heard a Gucci Mane song, but you know who Gucci Mane is. Like, if you saw a lineup of a bunch of artists, you know who Gucci Mane is, even though you've never heard his music, right?
Right. I think I know more about. Didn't he go to jail or something, and his girl like flipped some?
That's the story. He went to jail for a few years. While he was in jail, before he went, he gave his girl like X amount of millions, and she flipped it over several times over.
And then when they got out, they had a huge wedding or something, right?
Had the big wedding on BET. And that's the wild part about it, though, man, is I actually heard. So this is weird because when you talk about perspective of Jeezy, of Gucci, because at some point after Gucci kind of went to jail, right? And he killed Jeezy's guy. I think that there seemed to be this kind of stigma for Gucci that he's like the boogeyman, right? But what's wild about this, though, is other people saw him differently. So I kind of was tripped out that Gucci and what's my dude? Yo Gotti had this beef and everything like that. And Gucci's girl had apparently, she used to date or was with Yo Gotti, right? And I don't know that she's like been around like that. I know that she's been with him before. And I think that what's crazy to me about it, though, bro, is that I think that there's an interview when, Gotti, and they probably still have an issue. And that's my point, though, right? I don't know very many established Atlanta artists that have beef with other Atlanta artists, except Gucci, apparently, though. It's like, it's weird, though, bro.
Yeah, and so that's the thing. And then I know he had some weight on him, and now he's like super fit and help.
He used to be almost 300 pounds, bro.
That's
when
what I'm
he
saying.
was
So
there.
that's the stuff I know about him. I don't know about
So
his
you know the Gucci story. You don't know his music though.
facts. And I also know that he was the one that had the Breakfast Club in Rambles, because he did the interview with Charlamagne the God, and then he was talking real spicy about Angela Yee and DJ Envy. So because of that, they had that big tiff where they didn't know if Charlamagne was going to re-sign or what have you. So
Yeah, I thought what was interesting about it though, man, is that boy Jeezy was pulling out stuff from the old stash, and that boy Gucci was like, "Man, you playing all these songs in 05." He was like, "Man, I'm playing some of my current stuff. Don't nobody want to hear them old records." That was down at all. So that's the thing about it. For them to have previously talked beforehand, I mean, that boy Gucci was still throwing them digs at him the whole entire time, though, man. So I was like,
well, let me ask you
yo.
this, though. Even with all of that stuff being said, right? And then after it was over, after they performed Icy, right? Then Jeezy kind of was just like, Gucci was like, "Yo, respect, and this is all love." It was almost like this was for the show. What do you think about that?
I think that it was the right thing to say, right? If they've had a previous conversation, because here's the thing that's crazy, right? To your point, right? If you've never heard any Gucci Mane music, but Versus plays Gucci Mane, right? And now there could be other people like you who know Gucci Mane, don't know his music,
right?
And now you've been introduced to him on a platform where you have 2 million people on Instagram, knows how many, I don't know how many on Apple TV, all this stuff, though, the platform to introduce him. I think that that's still a big thing because Gucci is more independent than a lot of people in Atlanta. Like Gucci literally, I think that he may have distribution through Atlantic, but I think that Gucci is more independent than a lot of the people who say that they're independent.
Yeah, and classically, after people get off of Versus, their numbers skyrocket.
Their numbers skyrocket. So
yeah, it was a smart thing for him.
It was very smart for him. But I think that I think the one thing I can respect about Gucci has been his business acumen, especially for music. And I think that the right music business thing to do is to say what you said. Now, here's the thing. It would take a lot. Ace, I don't know how you get over, regardless of how long ago it was. I don't know how you ever get over someone sending someone to kill you, bro. Like I don't know. Like I guess my thing is that I've never had issues with someone that's escalated to that point, though, right? So yeah. I don't know that you ever get over that.
I don't either. But that's why I didn't think it should have been on Versus until they were able to squash it, because they're still in the healing process with that, and maybe that was part of it. But to LaRon's point, bro, I said it from day one that I've never heard his music. This is a very balanced conversation because I kept my opinion the same, meaning that I didn't know his music. I got to finally hear it, and it wasn't appealing to me. It wasn't for me, but at the same time, my stance has been the same from day one. But bro,
I just for the record, right? I think Gucci Mane is good for Atlanta. I just personally like Young Jeezy's music more. It just overall from every perspective, right? I just think that his production, and Gucci does the trap thing well. I just think that everything about Jeezy's music, I just enjoy it better to me, though. That boy said Gucci wanted his opinion. Lord help me. Lord help me.
Yeah. So what's up, man? We seen all these trades, and my phone is steady buzzing.
Hey. I mean, listen, I have been very surprised because there were some that people have already talked about. The Lakers getting Schroeder, Oklahoma City basically getting owning the draft for the next 3 or 4 years, though, bro.
Yeah.
Dog. Did you see that? what's my dude? Hayward from the Celtics opted out. And this is what I think is crazy though, bro, right? Because he's opting out of $34 million, bro.
Right.
I don't know. Because see, DeMar DeRozan opted in to his player option. His was like 28. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, bro, I don't know if I'm the age.
But here's why, though. You see, I was going to ask you this question. The new age of players basically dictating where they want to go. So he wants to go to the Pacers. And so the thing is that the only reason why he's probably opting out is because the agent is getting word that there's somebody else that wants him. And so the thing is let's be honest, he hasn't really fit in their rotation like that. Every time he's been hurt a lot. And so when he's hurt, they play better because he kind of slows the pace down for what they're used to. So for him, if he's going to bet on himself, and the thing is, he hasn't necessarily had the best experience in Boston. He went there to be with the coach. And so, like I said, they just don't really, he's a good player still. And I think while he can still produce, it's probably best that he moves on. He goes to Indy with Oladipo.
34 million though, bro. Listen, so let me ask you this then. DeMar DeRozan opted into his 27, right? And the Lakers there was a rumor that the Lakers wanted to get him. So teams wanted to, right?
No.
I'm wondering,
not teams, team.
But even still, well, he got his player option, so that means that the Spurs have to either keep him or he opt out and then he becomes free. But my thing is this, though, right? If you're making 30, so that means to me, right, when he's on the last end of a max deal, and so is Hayward on the last year of a max deal. And I'm just kind of wondering, though, bro, like, does that mean that your command for those 20, 30 million a year salaries, right? Does that go out the window? Because my thing is that if I'm DeMar DeRozan, I'm thinking like, then who giving out 27 a year, right? If Hayward leaves, and even if he signs with someone else, they ain't giving him 34 a year. So I'm just wondering, like, yeah, they'll give him more money over more years, but the yearly amount ain't gonna be nearly 34.
No,
so it feels like he's opting out of 34 to get maybe 80 over 4 years with a maybe 3-year option or something like that. But DeRozan is like, yo, 27 is 27. Like, I got to get all of this now.
But the difference, though, is because DeMar DeRozan knows, again, his agent was like, bro, the phone ain't ringing, bro. Like, the thing is initially we heard the conversation about maybe the Lakers wanted him. But once the Lakers moved on, no other team was looking to get DeMar DeRozan. And they weren't doing him any favors on SportsCenter because any sports talk there was, it was just like, nobody was really saying DeMar DeRozan's name.
Who do you think? So listen, do you think who do you think is better, DeMar DeRozan or Hayward?
I think they have two different skill sets. To be honest, if you're looking for a shooter, I'd probably go with Hayward. But I mean,
no. Listen, you got a shooting guard position on your team. Period. Who do you pick? And you got two people: DeMar DeRozan or Hayward.
Man, I ain't seen game tape on DeMar DeRozan since he played for the Raptors, bro. I ain't even seen him play in San Antonio.
DeMar DeRozan averaged 27 at the Spurs.
Okay, so then
he's available. He's never hurt.
I get that, but here's the thing, though. Who else is checking for him, though, bro? That's what I'm saying. Like, if the Lakers is the only team that was checking for him, why ain't nobody else knocking on his door to get him, bro? That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to tell you the reason why. This is just a theory. I think the reason for that is that DeMar DeRozan doesn't shoot threes. And not just don't shoot threes. I think that he's taken more 2-point jump shots than like any other guard, right? And maybe, which is also weird because LaMarcus Aldridge also takes a lot of short jump shots, and that's his game. But DeMar DeRozan is a slasher, and he is a old school kind of non-3-point shooting, more like a small forward, but not quite being able to guard, someone who's like 6'9", 6. But I think that DeMar DeRozan doesn't shoot threes enough. And it's like, I don't know if it's that he just can't, but he just doesn't though, man. But I don't know, man. I'm going to be honest with you though. I would take DeMar DeRozan over Hayward though. And it wouldn't even be a difficult decision to me. It would be pretty easy to me. I think DeMar DeRozan is more athletic. Well, I think that he's more available, and so that to me, yeah, I would take him easily.
I'm just saying I'm not checking for either one. That's why it was a hard decision for me. Like I just wasn't checking for either one of them, and it's nothing against them at all. I'm just saying, like when I'm thinking about, oh, these two are available, like I couldn't believe it was so much hoopla over him, opting out. It was just like, I mean, okay, if he, I'm never going to say anything about anybody that's going to bet on themselves that believe like, nah, I think I can do more, even the money aside, but I feel like I can be a contributor more because like I said, Celtics seemed to play better when he wasn't in the lineup is what I'm saying.
See, I think the difference though is that what I think is interesting is that he played well for the Celtics coming off the bench, but you're talking about someone who's been a career starter and asking him to come off the bench when he still is in his prime, right? He's recovering. So I think that it's a lot different from you asking Melo to come off the bench, right? When I don't think Melo fell out of his prime like that. I think Melo still got it. I just don't know.
I was just about to ask you that. I was just about to ask.
Melo still got it, bro.
That's what I'm saying. The way he played, even in the bubble, or I mean, just these games where he had those last minute shots, like the old Melo would do, like those buzzer beater shots, stuff like that. He still got it, man.
It's just tough to me. This is my thing. I think it's just tough for Melo to not be the number one option. That's what I think. It's not that Melo isn't good. It's just the fact that is Melo at this point okay with just be. Now he doesn't have any choice. Though,
but
right?
I think going to Portland though, he was okay with like I'm playing with Damian Lillard. Like
yeah. And I think that was cool because he was humbled. He had to at that point. I just think that to me it would be like if you got Melo in year 8 and said Melo, yeah, I'm gonna need you to come off the bench. Melo be like, what? And I think it's timing of it though, man.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, how are we looking at Melo any different? I mean, I know the answer. This is kind of a rhetorical question, but I'm saying with LeBron still playing at a high level, and then you got Melo playing at his level. My thing is that why would you expect him to think that it's okay for him to just come off the bench?
I think that the difference is though, man, is that I think that the NBA is played, and here's the thing. I do think that Melo is equipped to play the way that the NBA is played now. Like, to be quite honest with you, Melo has some range enough to be a threat at the power forward as a starter. I think Melo is still a starter to me, though, right? But I just think that Melo has this stigma still that follows him around that he has to run the offense through me first, and that he just isn't. I thought that him playing with the Blazers was good to show that he still can contribute to a team, though.
That's what I'm saying. Is the thing is that the downfall that happened with Melo, right, is number one, all of the commentators wanted to put him on the bench, and it was almost like every owner was listening to that because they looked at the experiment. They looked at the experiment that happened in Oklahoma City, and it's like, no, the difference is when he came to Oklahoma City, OKC was asking him to do something that he hadn't done his whole career.
Houston killed him. James Harden killed him.
I was getting there. And so then he goes to Houston, and then, like you said, James Harden killed him because he wasn't that catch and shoot guy with 2 seconds left, and now you want me to put it up. So I'm glad that he got the chance to go to Portland, where Dame Dollar was from day one had been wanting him to come and play out there anyway. So I'm glad he got that opportunity. So now he's in a system that works for the style of play that he has. So my thing is if he would have kept listening to the commentators and been like, no, I'm agreeing to come off the bench or whatever the case may be, they put him out to pasture and that wasn't his time. Like he's on his farewell tour. And Melo said farewell tour. No, I feel like I am still better than a lot of guys that's in this league. And when I said LeBron, the reason why I said that was because of age-wise and when they came into the league. So it's not apples and oranges. I know what I'm talking about.
Well, D-Wade came in when they did, and D-Wade is no longer in the league. So yeah, maybe teams are looking to say, maybe you should be out.
Yeah, but D-Wade is different because D-Wade also, Melo ain't had the type of injuries that D-Wade had. D-Wade clearly was getting slower. Melo is been shooting like that for quite some time.
What are we going to listen? I'm gonna need James Harden. You say I'm a hater. I'm gonna need James Harden to take accountability for Melo's drop off. Because here's the thing about it. If Chris Paul and James Harden falls out, and Chris Paul is clearly the reason why you were just one game away from getting the Warriors up out of town, and you send him off. And then Russ comes back. And regardless of what you say, Russ says, I don't like playing with you, bro. I need to go ahead and go somewhere else. And prior to that, you just also then had people thinking that Carmelo Anthony can't play. So they got him up out of them 3 Hall of Fame players that James Harden has played with, bro. Commonality is him.
But listen,
what we going to do about that?
I want to say that Russell Westbrook is the cancer. And we see, like you said, he putting people out of here. That boy James Harden.
I don't think listen, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that Westbrook is a locker room cancer. I think that what Russell Westbrook is never gonna see himself as less than another player. And I think that doesn't necessarily cause locker room issue. That's on the court friction though.
I don't see
but James Harden, though, has played with 3 Hall of Fame players, though, bro. I'm going to need list. And all of them, 2 of them said they didn't, but nah, I'm good. But the Melo, listen, the Hawks did not want to pick Melo up. I almost was convinced what I saw from Houston that Melo lost it, even though Melo averaged like 12, 13. James Harden almost had me believing Melo wasn't good, bro.
Well, this is exactly why, with everything that you just said, this is exactly why that LeBron James wants James Harden to join the Nets. Right there.
I can see that.
It's because
James Harden's going to go there, and you know what?
Kyrie going to be asking
Kyrie is going to be the first one to leave, bro. Listen, if James Harden goes, listen, Kyrie thinks that he's the Nino Brown of the Carter and that the Brooklyn Nets are the Carter. That's his brainchild. And them bringing James Harden over would be KD's call. And Kyrie probably is somewhere thinking like, nah, bro, I'm the Nino Brown of this thing. I'm the William Wallace around here. I'm the Braveheart. I can totally see them playing one season and then Kyrie by the next season's All-Star break said, y'all get me up out of here, man.
Right.
Nah, I can't.
That's what I'm saying. And so then the clock gonna be on Kyrie because it'll be like, bro, you done been to 4 teams now, bro. Like you need to calm down, bro.
Kyrie, now listen.
Kyrie, I guarantee you, Kyrie's gonna be trying to go to the Lakers with LeBron, bro.
Listen, let me ask you something, bro. Is Kyrie messing up his Hall of Fame resume with all of this?
He is, bro. Because the thing is that he threw a tantrum with Cleveland. Now, mind you, I'm not time out, but when I'm saying I know what I'm saying. He threw a tantrum, meaning that once he found out they was trying to trade him, then he's like, nope, y'all get me out of here. You know what I'm saying? But then when he goes to Boston, you know what I'm saying? You hear all the stuff about how he was with the young, like he even admitted himself, I handled some things differently, but he also made a disclaimer that I think his grandfather or somebody passed. And so he was kind of in a different headspace. And so basketball wasn't even necessarily fun at the time. And he knew it was difficult. But then, okay, so what's going to be the excuse now going to Brooklyn? But again, if James Harden gets out there and KD is the one that wanted him to come out there. So it's just like, and if he wants to leave again, but like I said, you know, especially him and LeBron and kind of, you know, they done kind of work some things out. So I would not be surprised whatsoever if Kyrie ended up wanting to go and be with LeBron one more time, man, try to make that thing work.
Listen, bro, I'm just saying, to me, I'm gonna go ahead and call it.
Yeah.
Hayward, the Hawks, I think the Hawks will go ahead and sign Hayward. And I think the Hawks will pay him $30 million for 3 years. New
York will probably get him. New York will probably try to get Hayward and Russ.
The Hawks said, no, we tired of being cellar dwellers on the right here bottom. I think, dog, here's what I think can happen, though, bro.
Who's y'all anyway?
We got some young dude, dog. This dude look like he might be one of the players. He probably in his 40s. I don't know his name. All I know is that he was the G League coach. They brought him on up. And so young dude, though, man. Real young dude, though. I think he may even be from like College Park at East Point, though, man. But yeah. Young dude, real sharp guy, though, man. But yeah. I can think about if you don't even have to, I'm hoping that they don't trade John Collins, though, bro. Like, I know that Trae Young is cold and everything like that, but John Collins is probably my favorite player on the Hawks team now. And they picked up the center, this dude from USC, who I started watching, once I saw he looks like he can be pretty good, though, man. The Hawks just haven't been so lucky in the drafts outside of Trae Young working out. Even though they, passed up or traded Luka to get him, though, man. But I can see the Hawks. I mean, like the Hawks going to the Hawks game used to be like how I imagine going to a Thunder game was back when Joe Johnson was here and we had the Highlight Factory. It's dead now, though, man. I mean, it's dead the last time I went to a Hawks game. But the Hawks are basically saying, nah, we got some cash now. We trying to bring it back, though, bro. So yeah, I'd like to see them go out to Hayward, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, man.
What you got on deck for the weekend, man?
So I definitely gotta do some cleaning up in this room, bro. I gotta put some clothes up. I got some laundry that's ready to be put up. I'm definitely getting on this Oculus this weekend, man. I just got that new Star Wars VR, so I'm gonna be on that. I'm gonna get some writing in, and I want to edit this video, but Brown's out of town, so I won't get to touch that till Tuesday. And he got the footage. I was trying to go pick it up before he left, but. So now I'm chilling this weekend, man. I gotta be up with the Prince. He's got a basketball workout tomorrow, so I'm gonna go get some footage of him. But other than that, man, I'm trying to do nothing but chill, bro.
Man, I think that I am. So this is kind of funny though, man, because I've already started this is like my favorite season, right? So I need to go ahead and get my pumpkin spice latte or coffee in or something, though, man. But I think that this weekend, bro, I'm gonna try to play around with my gimbal more. Finally, try to break that thing on in myself.
Yeah.
But I think that it's dope, man. I'm off all next week, so it's the Thanksgiving, probably my favorite season. I mean, favorite holiday, man. So this is all in my element, though, man. But I'm also hoping to go ahead and spend that Bel Air check. You know what I'm talking about? Birthday the week after that, though, man. So I'm just prepping, though, man. But I think that for the most part, I might get on out and about, but I think I wouldn't mind doing like a little early Christmas shopping, though, man. So since I've been doing some online, I might want to get out in some stores, mask up, and see what's popping, though, bro. Yeah. That's about it, though, man.
Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, that video that you saw, courtesy of Miss Stacey Dash.
Run it back one more time.
I was actually just gonna put it out there on Facebook and have people share it. So.
Well, yeah, we could do that too, but you can play it now.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Stacey Dash.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join Charlie Venus and Ace Kennedy for all your entertainment needs. Tune in each week as they give their take on all your favorite topics. Don't be clueless. Watch the Slash Brothers podcast. Peace and God bless you.
It just don't get old, bro.
Let's get that music. Let's get on out of here, man.
All right, bro.
Hey, peace and love, y'all. Hey, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to the Slash Brothers Facebook page and the YouTube page, man. Every episode is uploaded to Spotify after every show. So holla at your boys now.
Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time.
What your name is. Hey, I still be doing the bankhead bounce, bro.